Hey there friends, it's Cynthia. It's so great to be here with you again on another gorgeous day. And this week's video is all about celebration. My mom, Judy, has found herself to be cancer-free. So like many others who have gone through chemotherapy, in the past few months she's had a long haul. So I wanted to do this short little video, chair yoga for our seniors, dedicating it to Jude, giving you all my love and support, and I'm so grateful that you are cancer-free. Let's get the body strong by starting with breath and just celebrating the beauty of life. So thanks for the inspiration, Mom. Are you ready to get started? Let's do it. So let's begin by coming into the present moment by focusing on our breathing. So placing your hands right here on your lap and sitting tall in the back of your chair, just pressing down through the sit bones and lifting your heart. Tuck your chin slightly and draw your belly back towards the back of your chair. As you draw a deep inhale, close your eyes and fill your lungs as far and as wide as you can. And then exhale through the nose, letting the breath come slowly and evenly as you release it. Seal the lips, breathe in through the nose, full body breath. Exhale, let it come out. Let your breath just go slowly, evenly as you release the breath. Inhale once again, breathing fully, deeply, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. And exhaling, letting the breath leave your body, letting the tension go with it. Let's bring our hands to our heart and set an intention for this short practice. Open our eyes, release the hands down beside us, and just take a big shoulder roll back with your shoulders. As you sit tall, you're always going to be sitting tall, meaning keep the belly drawing up towards the rib cage. And now reverse your rounding of the shoulders, come forward. As you stretch through that upper back, really getting the elbows moving too with this motion. And now release that pose as you open up the arms, spread them wide. Backs of your hands are just extending as far so you feel that heart really open up. Your chest is lifted. Now look up if it doesn't hurt your neck and draw a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just round your spine. Bring your chin to your chest and your hands touching in front of you. We'll do that 4 more times. Stretch back and curl it in. There's 2. And moving slowly and evenly with the inhale and the movement. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your palms together, empty out. Now keep your hands clasped here and just sit tall, raising your arms up and over your head. Take a big stretch. And then exhale, bring your hands down in Anjali Mudra, palms pressed together at the heart. Release the arms and sweep them out and up as you breathe in, touching at the top of the breath, the fingers. Exhale, hands come down through the midline, right to your heart. 3 more like that, deep full body breath. Exhale to release. As you breathe in, allow your belly to fill up. And then release your belly as you press it back. Inhale, last time. Exhale, release it. Now this time as we take that deep breath in, pause at the top. And then exhale, take your right hand down onto your chair and reach up with your left hand. Now rather than trying to bend way over there to the right, you're just going to reach up like you're just touching the midline of your chair here with those top fingers. Take a deep stretch in the side of your waist and then just allow yourself to bend from that waist a little bit more. You're doing great. Keep the breath flowing, keep the shoulders stacking. And let's breathe it back together, both arms up, palms touch. Take it to the other side on the exhale. As you reach up, press down your right hip into that chair and feel that extension of your rib cage. Now, not only the rib cage, but your spine is getting into flexion here. And we'll be moving the spine in all possible directions today to keep it lubricated, to keep the discs moist and resilient. Breathe it back to center. And now take your hands down in front of you. We're just going to come all the way down as we take a forward fold. And get yourself comfortable over your legs. As you just rest here, release your head and release your shoulders. Draw a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And then drawing your belly back into your spine as you lift yourself, rounding one vertebra at a time, reaching the arms up and overhead, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold again with a flat back, bringing you down. And then relax the head. Inhale now, scoop the belly back to the back of your chair as your arms float up. Last time, here we go. Palms touch, exhaling, forward fold. Let yourself come down. Round it back now. Fingertips flying. Exhale, hands to heart. That's great, you're doing awesome. Now we're just going to take our right leg now and extend it all the way straight in front of us, feeling the quad really firming up here. Get your foot flexed and then take some toe stretches with your toes just pointing and flexing the foot. Warming up the calf now, circle around that ankle, getting everything moving, getting the prana down there in the lower extremities. And you're just going to raise that leg just a little higher as you squeeze the top of your thigh and then release it. Now the other side, lifting, taking up your opposite leg. As you stretch it long, you're going to feel that quad. It's strong, right? You want to keep those muscles strong to keep your knees strong, pointing and flexing the foot. Continue to breathe. I can't hear you breathing. Let's hear it. Big breath in. Take some circles and a big breath out. And exhale the knee or the foot down. We're going to do the same thing with our arms now. Taking your left leg, right arm goes up as you take the opposite arm and reach tall, stretching, pointing, and flexing the foot, taking the circles and taking it the other way. And then releasing it down. Lowering now the right arm, lifting the left. You're going to extend your right leg, pointing and flexing. Now there is no bend in your knee. It's like you never even had a knee. You've got that Barbie doll leg. Point and flex, take a circle. You're doing great. Now exhale, let everything come down. I think your thighs are probably burning a little bit there. So let's widen the legs and come into a little cat-cow for the spine. Hands go right here on the knees. You're just going to arch your back, press your belly forward, lifting your chin, and then relax your spine back into your chair as you lean back, pressing your hands into the thighs. Come forward with that arched back. We call this cat-cow. And then exhale, round everything, release back. Keep lifting through the crown of the head. And then tucking everything to the spine. You've got 2 more of these. Getting that spine moving. That's the fountain of youth. Breathe in as you take your back bend. And breathe out as you curl it in. Last time, here you go. Exhale, breathe it back. Now come to a neutral spine, bringing your legs together. We're going to take a twist. Scissor hug those knees so that they are touching. And then draw your body tall and long as you reach your arms up and overhead, palms face each other. And then exhale, take your right arm to your left knee. And wherever your left hand lands, that's okay. Maybe you want to reach it back behind you to really get into the twist. But the goal here is to squeeze in at the waist and only twist from your belly button and up. So keep the hips grounded as you gaze back over to your left. You're just feeling everything ringing out. Twists are fantastic for getting things through the body, for pushing the venous fluids through you and detoxifying you. And who doesn't want that? Let's uncoil, come back to center, lift and take a deep breath in, arms parallel. And then exhale to the right. As you squeeze that belly back to your spine, exhale it out and then inhale, stretch taller and coil just a little more. Now the cool thing about yoga is it's never forcing, it's always just doing what feels right to you and your body. So as you come back around this time, breathe out. And now we're going to stand up and practice a little downward facing dog with our chair. So just come right up. If you've got a chair or even just a countertop, you want to just get yourself so that you're parallel with it and your hands are right on there. Now standing in Tadasana pose is a foundational pose of yoga, and I love it. It's my favorite because it allows us to practice perfect posture. Plant the feet right down into the earth. They're hip width distance. And you're standing strong by pressing down with both the heels and the ball mounds of each foot. Now using your hands on your chair or even just holding them beside you at this point, press your feet down. Feel your thighs firming up as you draw the belly in. Release the tailbone down, lift the heart, and then feel the energy coming up through the crown of your head as you just slightly tuck your chin so it's at a nice little right angle here with your body. And then just stand in perfect harmony with your body, with the balance, with your breath. And draw a deep breath in, raising your arms up and overhead, reaching for the sky. And then exhale, your palms come down together at your heart. Twice more, just like that. Breathe in. Exhale, release it. Feet are grounded, fingers are flying, up they go. Exhale, hands to heart. Now take your hands on your chair. As you walk your feet back, keep a flat back here, and you're going to feel this in the back of the legs. Get a little bend in the knees. Get your feet set just like before, and then stretch your head down so that it's right there between your arms. You've got your tailbone shooting behind you, the crown of the head shooting in the opposite direction, but you want to pull the belly up to the spine so you feel elongated in a neutral spine. Now you're in your downward facing dog. You should be feeling like you're just going backwards here with that tailbone. As you reach forward, stretching out through the shoulders, the chest, and the pectoral muscles opening up and getting a great stretch in the back of the legs. Now lift your right heel and then lower it. And lift the left and lower it. And then take it one at a time as you pedal out your feet, finding like a little movement here. You're going to wake up the backs of the thighs. We're staying here for 3 more breaths. So feel your body getting more into the stretch with every inhale. And with every exhale, let yourself release the tension in the shoulders. Now your head isn't dragging down. It's not looking up. Your ears are in line with your arms. You're stretching your upper body and the back of your legs here for 1 more breath. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Let's walk ourselves up, holding on to the chair right back where we began. And we're going to practice tree pose. In tree pose, you just want to stand tall. Feet are grounded once again in Tadasana. And we're going to just lift the left heel up and then open that knee out to the side. This is a balancing pose that anybody can do simply by holding on or maybe challenging yourself and not holding on. The goal here is to scissor hug everything into your midline, into that core. In yoga, it's called bandhas, the energy centers that lock in the balance in our bodies. So in our tree pose today, you're welcome to keep your foot right there on the earth, bring your hands to your heart, or extend them up into the sky. And if you want a little bit more, try bringing your foot right in there on the inside of your leg and just pressing it in as you open up through the inner thigh of the left leg. Now keep everything lifting out of the hip of your standing legs so you're not slumping over. You're just standing straight tall. Raising that left arm now, along with that left leg. You are the tree. Let's balance for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. You know, balance, you can just practice that a little bit every day and you will see major gains. A daily practice of balance. Coming in now to Tadasana once again, we're going to take it to the other side. So find that groundedness, but yet extend up through the crown of your head. And as you do that, bend your knee. Now you're opening up that knee. So you've got the inner thigh, the inseam of your pant is wide open. I can see it from here. And then reaching your arms to your heart in Anjali Mudra or over your head with branches. You're going to just stand there, balancing. Maybe your leg is going up, maybe it's not. If you're really flexible through the hips, you might be able to bring it all the way up to the thigh. So just keep everything lifting up to the sky, draw the bandhas in, and keep looking straight at an inanimate object to find your balance. You've got this for one more breath. Exhale it out. Great job. We're going to release the pose and we're going to come just down into one last standing pose that's going to stretch out the front of your legs. So turn back around to your chair and we're going to come into Warrior One pose. You've got your hands on the chair. You're just going to take your right leg back behind you and then point your toe. Now bend the front leg. Press the heel down. Your back foot's at 45 degrees, so automatically you're going to feel this in the calf with a bend in the front knee here. Just really press a straight leg behind you into the earth and feel the luscious stretch you're getting right there in the back of the leg. Now you want to make sure your feet are far enough apart that you begin to feel is in the hips as well, in the front hip flexors. So if you need to widen that stance between your feet, do so, holding onto your chair. You've got this for one more breath. Your hips are squared, your ribs and your heart, everything is facing your chair. If you want a little more, try raising the arms, and you've got this for 4, for 3. You are the warrior, and you are stretched through those hips. Let's step into left foot meeting right. We'll take it to the other side. Draw a deep breath in, extend your other leg behind you, point the toe, and then bend your front knee as you seal that foot down at a 45-degree angle. So the toes are a little pointed out past the heels there. Bend the front leg, press through the back, get the right distance. You'll know it when you start feeling it right here in the front of your hips. And take a deep breath in, enjoy this stretch as you maybe raise your arms, or just leave them on your chair for balance. The rib cage is pulling back in towards the spine, and your tailbone is very heavy, tucking down towards that back heel. You've got one more breath. You're doing great. I'm really excited. This is awesome. Let's release it now, stepping back into our Tadasana pose. We're going to sit back down, have a blessing, and just take one more stretch before we end our practice for today. So taking your favorite leg, I'm going to take up the left leg and we're going to just cross it over, just like we like to do when we're sitting comfortably, right? Crossing at the knees and seeing if you can get your ankle to touch that knee. Now you want to flex your top foot, but let your knee just kind of fall out however it wants to open, using your hand to gently guide it down as you draw the belly in and lift the heart. Now this just might be enough for you, and it's a wonderful stretch all through the side of the left hip here. But if you want a little bit more, just bring your heart forward. Oh, I can feel it. And take your breaths as you allow everything to release. We'll be here for 3 breaths, allowing the fascia, the tendons, and all of those wonderful muscles that get so constricted from sitting. We're opening it up right here and right now. Last breath. Wonderful. Let's take it back. Uncross that leg and just raise up and down on your tippy toes here, stretching through the calves, the ankles. Let's take it to the other side, extending your right leg out, crossing it over now, ankle to knee. Press this left leg down into the earth firmly, and then square up the flex of your foot and really get that knee out there. Now don't do anything that's going to cause you any cramping or pain, but just you'll know it when you reach that little resistance with your hand, pressing down on the knee. You're there. So draw a deep breath in, fill up the lungs, And then try just coming forward with your flat back a little bit. You'll feel it right away down on the right hip. Two more breaths, just like this. Beautiful. Rising back up, let your feet both touch down on the earth, and we'll come into Shavasana pose. So now I just want you to let it all go. Sit back in your chair and be very comfortable as you stay in that dignified upright position for our meditation. Placing your hands right here on your lap, close your eyes and sensing how your body's feeling right now. And drawing in a slow, steady breath through the nose, down into the lungs, all the way to the belly. And then allowing that breath to release from the belly, up through the lungs, the throat out of the nose. And feeling this sense of peace and calm. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Let your tongue rest on the bottom of your mouth now. Releasing the jaw. And just give into it as you take this time just for you now. Let's begin to bring awareness back into this present moment by beginning to wiggle your feet, your hands, stretching them out. Maybe your legs are extending. Whatever movement feels right to you, just like when you wake up in the morning, stretch it back. And keeping your eyes closed or softened now, sit tall in your chair. Place your hands at your heart in Anjali Mudra. It is the divine light in me that sees and honors that divine light that is in you. Be well and be joyful. Namaste. Great job. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon, Mom. Love you.